Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this will be video number 6 in my Quicksilver GT series. So as promised, this video will cover all the bits and pieces that I've added to my GT400. So my reason for upscaling is simple. I will be flying the GT400 and the GT500 on a regular basis, so I want everything to be the same on both aircraft. I want the instruments, throttle, brake handle, flap handle, all in the same spot on both aircraft. So it just keeps a bit of uniformity between the two. I'm looking at doing some removable hard doors for this one, similar to the GT500. It's a work in progress. So enough of the talking, let's get into it. So this was my early GT400. Very simple, very basic, but a lot of fun. Having flown this one for many years, I knew exactly what I wanted in my next GT400. Okay, so let's start at the front. As you can see, I've installed the GT500 windscreen. It's wider and it looks better. And while we're at the front, you can see the two-piece nose cone, which is not standard, which makes life a lot easier getting to the battery, wiring and instruments at the front. And we also have the GT500 6-inch nose wheel. The earlier ones were 5-inch and nylon. So next we get into the instrument panel and the cockpit. As you can see, I've fitted the GT500 instruments. Obviously being a two-stroke, there'll be less instruments than the GT500. The 500 flap handle on the floor will replace the overhead flap handle. I had to do some clever customization to complete this modification, but it worked out okay. Next comes the Black Max disc brake system. This was a vast improvement over the original, as the original was a foot brake that pushed up against the front wheel. Very primitive, a bit like Fred Flintstone's car. Next we have the Black Max 6-inch rims with the Tundra tyres. Now the Tundras are a great option, especially those times when you have a heavy landing. It gives a lot better suspension. Now the two important things that keep you in the air. The wings. The original 400 only had 8 battens in the wing to keep the speed down for FAR 103 regs. So when they were making the sails, I got them to put the extra 2 battens in, similar to the GT500. It does give you a few extra knots. Now for the fuel tank. The old GT400 had a 5-gallon fuel container that was strapped to the main tube internal. So you had a rubber squeeze bulb that you had to prime to get the fuel up to the engine. I wasn't happy with this setup as the fuel tank was way below the engine. So with the upspicking, I went with a GT500 wing tank, which would then sit on the root tube in between the wings. The fuel flow would then be in line with the engine. A much better setup. So now we get to the important part, the engine. My original 400 had a Rotax 447 40 horse, B-box, single ignition and a pull start. So my new one is a Rotax 503 50 horse with an E-box, dual ignition and an electric start, plus the oil injection. Now when it comes to the propeller, I ordered the warp drive. It was nice, but I changed to the Australian-made Bolly prop, which was smoother and a few more knots. For the rest of the aircraft, everything exactly the same as the very first model. So that covers everything from the nose to the tail. For the upspecking of my GT400, you can see it makes a big difference. So there you have it, a complete tour of my GT400 with all the GT500 bits that I've added to it. So I've basically turned it into a single-seat GT500. You can see why it's my favourite aircraft to fly. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I enjoy making them. Let me know in the comments section if there's anything else that you'd like to see about the Quicksilver aircraft. I hope by now you're starting to get used to the Australian accent. I already have my next video planned, so I'll see you in the next one.